Peace. I'm going to do a review of the new High on Fire album, Vermis Mysteriis, or some shit like that. For those of you who don't know, NPR, some website, put a full stream of the album out. I think you can buy it there too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if they're affiliated with iTunes, but anyway, I'll post that link in the description. For anyone that's not accustomed to High on Fire, if you're a fan of Mastodon, Kylesa, Electric Wizard, even, who else? I mean, if you like those bands, Baroness, you'll most surely like High on Fire. They've got, they got a pretty heavy metal sound to them, and they incorporate sludge and thrash into them. Sometimes even doom. Not usually though. They're just a great band. There aren't many two bands that are similar to them. Obviously, if you're a fan of Sleep, then you would like High on Fire. Yeah, so let's get into the review. So first off, this album is, in my opinion, if not High on Fire's best album, it's a competitor for the top spot. I wasn't too... Snakes for the Divine, there's something about it that just seemed a little uncomfortable for the band, not the listeners. It was like the riffs, I don't know, it's just like unnatural sometimes. I mean, there's some, Ghost Neck and Fire, Flood, and Plague are my two favorite songs from them on that record, and I think two of their better songs in their whole discography. And, with Vermis Mysteriis, or whatever, I'm just going to say Vermis, the new album. A lot of the riffs just seem so Matt Pike-ish. They're so fucking... They're just spectacular. A lot of Sleep influences in here. Solos are incredible. There's a solo almost on every single song. And, the drumming and bass are they fit well. Yeah, so that's generalization of the album. And also, it is a concept album, so like a lot of the songs have the same. Like it fits. All the songs fit well together. It's not like they just recorded a bunch of songs. There's a similar tone with all of them, even if some are faster than the others or some are heavier than the others. There's just like this generalization that you could tell that the band was going for when making the songs. So I'm going to go into each song individually. The first three songs open greatly, by the way. First four, actually the entire album. But you got Serums of Liao, or Liao. I think this is a great album opener. It's kind of... Hold on. I'm just going to play them as I review them.
Support for NPR comes from America's Natural Gas Alliance, whose members are participating in an online registry providing drilling information to the public. frackfocus.org.
It opens up with a 5-second solo. So immediately you can just tell this is an awesome song. One thing that really shines on this album, definitely Matt Pike's vocals. They're gritty. They're just as gritty as usual. Like he ate too many rocks for breakfast. But like right here, this chorus, I think just sounds great, especially for him, because it has like this good melody to it. It's catchy, but it fits well with the guitars, the bass, the drums. It's just excellent. I just love this opener. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just a good song. Then you got, you got Bloody Knuckles next, which it's got sludge and thrash into it, which I like. I'm sorry, I just can't. I'm just like really flustered by this album right now. You know what? I'm just gonna leave my generalizations where they are. You got Bloody Knuckles, which I'm sure most people have heard. Fertile Green, which everyone has heard by now. Bloody Knuckles and Fertile Green are two of the fastest songs on the album. Um, they're both great. Fertile Green has a solo I really like. It kind of has that like little shaky intro, but then it really smooths down. It kind of reminds me of what song is it? Fight Fire with Metallica solo. Not the entire solo. There's just this one part where it's like it's something like that. You know, I'm gonna get bashed for that because that's not exactly what it's like. Don't even pay attention to that. The next song is Madness for an Architect, which by far has to be one of my favorite songs from High on Fire. It's just got, if there's any song by High on Fire that is a sleep song, it is Madness of an Architect. The mid solo on it is just so, it's just, let me play it for you right now. And the riff is just
Report for
epic. Oh
NPR.
my god, I want to hear this fucking ad anymore.
Whose members are participating in an online registry providing drilling information to the public. frackfocus.org.
It opens with this like very doom sludge intro. Then I just love how it's kind of, I don't know instruments too well, but when it's kind of like it's just so sexy. That's one of the best riffs. The solos are all great. Um, After that, you got Samsara. I don't know, is that like a town or something? Some sort of ideology. This is an instrumental track. I think some people are already considering it just an interlude, but I think it's just an instrumental track because, you know, the one thing that shines in the song is the bass. It's got a real groove to it. The guitar is more of just the rhythm. You know, the bass in the song is great. That's all I gotta say about that one. Um, I, I I think if they played that song live, it would be great. So I really hope it's not considered an interlude and more of just an instrumental track. Then you come to the last five songs, which I'll admit are, in terms of the opening songs, the opening five tracks, or four with Samsara, it's a little change of pace, not too much. Spiritual Rights is definitely the thrashiest song on the album. Um, it's a good song too. And then you got King of Days, which is I've been trying to think of how to explain this for like a few minutes now. Well, the outro on this song is amazing, but it's kind of like, when I think of it, I think of like, kind of like a king being praised or something. I don't really like, it's a good song, but it's more, it's definitely like a different genre of metal. King of Days. I don't, not that I don't like it. It's just I'm making faces because I don't know how to explain it. Whatever. Then we come into Vermis Mysteriis, the title track, and this is by far the weakest, in my opinion, the weakest song on the entire album. Not that it's bad. Um, it's really gritty, but I feel like it drags. Like it's the same riff over and over again, pretty much until the solo and a pretty good outro as well. But it's just really gritty. Um, It'd be really heavy live. I can definitely tell you that. Then the last two songs, Romulus and Remus and Warhorn. Um, oh my god, fuck. Sorry, I'm trying to get the thing to play. Um, Warhorn, which is the last song. It's also an alright track. What I do like is it kind of has this bass breakdown where with Matt Pike singing, like nothing else playing. Um, I don't really like his vocals too much on this song. They kind of sound a little funny. Um, it's also one of the weaker tracks. I wish Romulus and Remus was kind of the closer because it's more upbeat, sludgy, faster. But whatever. Sorry for that. That's the end of my review, pretty much. Sorry that I kind of just like briefly went over the songs. I'm just like in a flux right now, trying to do my homework. John, old guy with white charcoal. Um, but yeah, so bottom line is, I'm not going to give this album a rating or anything because I feel like any rating I would give would kind of. It's hard not to give an album a 10 because if you like it, you're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just, like, I really like this album. I think it's one of their best. And to say I'd probably give it like a 9 or something, well, I mean, that wouldn't really be their best then. So basically, what I'm trying to say is some albums don't need ratings, and this one certainly doesn't. I think it is their best, if not like top two albums. It's kind of got Surrounded by Thieves sound into it. It's definitely better than Snakes for the Divine. It's better than that album. It's sludgy, thrashy, upbeat, fast, heavy, fun, catchy at points. It's a great album. I think anyone of even the Melvins, Mastodon, Gojira, uh, Baroness, Kylesa, any of those bands, Electric Wizard, Dark Castle, get this album when it comes out next week. Listen to it. I'll put the link in the description. Um, Fantastic record.